We are now in Taketomi Island.
An exotic coral bar slicing through the Pacific Ocean and East China Sea, the Okinawa archipelago was a vassal of China from the 15th century. Its masters named it Liuqiu, or Ryukyu in Japanese. Under the Chinese, then later ceded to the Satsuma, the nearest Japanese neighbors of the kingdom, Okinawa assimilated diverse influences, creating a unique exotic culture that still sets them apart from mainland Japan. With only 5 days to spare, we narrowed down our travels to exploring the Yaeyama Islands of Okinawa and browsing the capital city of Naha in Okinawa Honto, the main island. Our journey begins at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. The best time to visit Okinawa is in spring or summer, roughly March to early May and late September to December. The hot, humid summer starts in April and continues into September, where temperatures hover around 34 degrees Celsius. The unusual April showers today do not dampen our spirits, nor the crowds of travelers. It's a full flight as many first-time travelers, returnees, and locals to Okinawa are intent on beating threats of a looming storm. Today's destination, the Yaeyama Islands, Japan's most southerly islands and last frontier of tourism. After about an hour and a half's flight from Tokyo, we land in Naha Airport for our transfer to our final destination, Ishigaki. Shops in Japan are always an interesting sight, like this little airport shop or baiten. Choose your own stomach adventure. There's usually something to satisfy any kind of craving. Ishigaki-jima is the third largest island in the Ryukyu chain, the administrative center of the Yaeyama Islands. Outside the main town Ishigaki, the landscape is mostly rural and mountainous, fringed with rocky peninsulas, beautiful beaches, and easily accessible reefs. Leaving the airport, riding through a maze of narrow streets filled with weary, concrete low-rise buildings and the odd-weathered wood house, you'll come to Guest House Rakutenya, the inn managed by Miyako and her husband Ren. A big plus for foreigners? They speak English. As with the rest of the country, you're bound to find a shrine or temple tucked away in practically every street corner. But in this part of Japan, the Shinto Buddhist influence is less prevalent. A young monk sounds the sunset bell, which our furry friend seems to echo. Today, we're making the 10-minute ferry crossing from Ishigaki to Taketomi-jima, which has strong traces of Ryukyu culture and plenty of traditional architecture. Day trippers flock to the little island eager to see its traditional houses, ride on its buffalo-drawn carts, and search lovely sandy beaches for the famous minuscule star-shaped shells. Today, we'll be checking out the water buffalo cart and Kondoi beach course. Taketomi-jima only has one village, also called Taketomi. Most of the houses are built in traditional bungalow style with low-slung terracotta tiled roofs, crowned with bug-eyed shisa, the Okinawan word for lion. Surrounding them are rocky walls draped with hibiscus and bougainvillea. The touristy way of seeing the village is by taking a 30-minute ride in a suigyusha, the cart pulled by a buffalo while being serenaded by a guide as he plays his sanshin, or three-stringed lute. The guide tells the story of Taketomi and explains Okinawan architecture and crafts visible on the island. The center of the village is punctuated by a concrete lookout tower, Nagomi no Dai, which provides a picturesque view across the red-tiled rooftops of the village. Most of the island is fringed with beach, but usually very shallow water. Kondoi Beach is known to have the best swimming spot in the island. When in Kondoi, do as the resident cats do. Chill out, relax, and leave your cares behind. Pay no attention to the concrete shed that gets in the way of that ultimate paradise feel. If you've got a discerning palate, make sure to bring your own gourmet picnic. Ryukyu cuisine combines Chinese and Japanese cooking styles with lots of tropical ingredients and liberal use of pork and fresh seafood. Goya champuru, bitter gourds served lightly fried with egg and onion. We choose a traditional Okinawan dinner set. Time to sample Okinawa's local liquor, awamori or fire water. Awamori was customized to suit Okinawan conditions and was produced as a high-class liquor accessible only to the elite.
That's right.
After a dose of awamori, we are eager to paint the town red but find that there isn't much painting to do. Perhaps none that our urban souls have been accustomed to. It's quite a hunt to find a place to satisfy our sweet tooth. This lonely pastry shop is one of the few establishments open at what appears to be an ungodly hour for the island. A visit to Okinawa isn't complete without some diving or snorkeling to explore what lies beneath. The Yaeyama Islands host 360 species of corals and sea anemones, including the rare blue and hama coral reefs. There are many dive shops around Okinawa, but very few have instructors who speak English. Day 4 in Okinawa. We make our way to Iriomotejima. The island and its surrounding waters are also home to a splendid array of flora and coral reefs. There are plenty of opportunities for kayaking and hiking through the rainforest. Off we go on our journey up to Okinawa's tallest waterfall, Pinaisara no Taki, which means Old Man's Beard Falls. You can spend hours soaking in the breathtaking view, which resembles the Amazon. The time has come much too soon for us to leave. This friendly lizard bids us farewell and even poses happily for pictures. We've had our fill of the more appealing outer islands. Now to see a bit of the main island. We'll be spending the day in Naha before our plane connection to Tokyo in the evening. A day spent around Naha is all you need to cover the major sites. Naha, the capital of Okinawa, was flattened in World War II. Down the road we find a workshop with potters in action. They're working on the popular Okinawan shisa. Shurijo is often compared to China's Forbidden City, although admittedly on a much smaller scale. The Seiden Main Hall is another example of Ryukyuan architecture. The wooden building with its karahafu barge board and the detailed Zen-style designs were influenced by Japanese architecture. The stone balustrades, the vivid colors, and the wide variety of dragon patterns show strong Chinese influences. There's still much to see, but yet again we have a ride to catch. They say that possessing a strong sense of purpose, keeping lifelong friends, or a mutual support network provides financial, emotional, and social help that may act as a buffer against stress and diseases. One thing's for sure, these 5 days in Okinawa certainly left me feeling rejuvenated. Finding purpose, being surrounded by good food, and good company amidst nature's bounty is definitely a recipe for happiness.